Let's be totally and brutally honest here. Sean Corbin makes Valerie Brudov look like Ivan Drago. It's as simple as that. He's beat what's in front of him tonight. He faces me. He's going to visit mental demons again. And let's get something straight. Come to me, mate. You come to me. Next time, ain't no judge is going to be needed. I'm going to do worse than Kovalev. I am going to do worse than Kovalev.
On Saturday night, mate, you better hold it together. I'm going to smash it near you to pieces, mate. I'm going to hit him. When he gets in the ring and we get 10-ounce gloves on, I'm going to smash his head to bits. I'm going to do it November the 30th against all odds. No matter what people say, the journalists write what you want. All as I'll say is tune back in and then look at me on December the 1st when I am world champion. It's as simple as that. I'm willing to die in that ring. It's as simple as that. I am willing to die. I'm willing to die, Zachary. Is he?
You're fucking right. Thank you very much, Matthew. I'm still here alongside you, doing a great job hosting as always. Andy's here and rapping Rob Kelly. No sign of Ozzy, unfortunately. I was hoping he would jump on. Maybe we'll get his thoughts next week to lead us into episode 488 of the Bellew of the Week. Seeing as I made this, we played it at the start. We might as well get maximum value out of it while we can. Let's have another listen to AJ and his poor old meltdown at the weekend. Here we are.
This is a proper man in. You know what I mean? Proper man who don't talk shit, don't tell lies. He gives everybody his time.
Give him a round of applause as our heavyweight champion of the world. Woo!
Nice work from Joshua.
I'm not a 12-round fighter. Look at me. I'm a new breed of heavyweights. All them heavyweights, Mike Tyson, Sonny Liston, Jack Dempsey. Oh, yeah, you don't throw combinations like Rocky Marciano. Because I ain't fucking 14 stone, that's why. I'm 18 stone, I'm heavy.
You're a troll. You know the word troll? You know what that means? Like a troll is just a fucking complete and utter low-life scumbag. That's a troll. So what? You don't have to say anything to the trolls.
Hard work. This guy here is a phenomenal talent. We're going to cheer for him 3 times. Well, how many belts you got now, bro? 5. Hip, hip! Hip, hip! Hip, hip! Hip, hip! Hip, hip! And as I said, I was studying Ukraine and all the champions that have come from your amazing country, but I've never been there. But at the same time, what's happening there is, I don't know what's happening, but it's not nice at the end of the day. I've seen it with Lomachenko in his second fight against Orlando. There was unrest in Ukraine, right or wrong. There was issues in Ukraine in your second fight. There was civil war. Vitaly Klitschko, when he faced Danny Williams, civil unrest.
Get behind AJ to win this weekend. He's a great man. He's done so much for the sport. He's inspired so many. As Bellew says, you know, he paved the way, AJ, for fights for Bellew, like against Usyk and against David Haye, and for him to have that kind of platform.
Usyk as a champion, please raise your hand. Under them circumstances, he managed to become champion. Champ, champ! Champ, champ! Champ, champ! And I just want to say, Bismillah.
Woo! Let's take the fucking hell. Let's take the fucking hell.
Yeah, let's take him. It's Eddie's like this. We take him to hell.
He took him to hell, all right. He took Eddie to hell and everything. Eddie was in fucking hell there, wasn't he? He's having a fucking mirror.
By the way, Rob, you can't be the only one that did pick up on it, but Rocky Marciano, combination puncher. Woo! Who fucking told him that? Jesus Christ. And
I don't know, but true.
Eddie standing to attention, like ramrod straight the national anthem, hand at Fidelity, hand across his breast, singing it out, God save the Queen, like a fucking muppet, man. He was so proud he could have fucking standing straight, he could have fucking snapped. He was standing that fucking hard, man. Fuck me.
Then he was moving his fucking hands like Marcel Marceau, wasn't he? Trying to get fucking to stop talking. Fuck up, man. Cut off the fucking mic. Stop.
Fucking Usyk literally got handed an Uzi or an M16 to stand on the fucking front lines and a fucking pack of cigarettes. Fucking ages complaining about fucking selling a bottle of weed and sitting fucking in Watford fucking Bell Centre for fucking 2 weeks.
So I saw the fucking headline that like he had a meltdown, and I watched like the full fight on DAZN, but it ended before the post fight, and so I watched him go off, and then I went to show somebody else, and I thought that I went the wrong direction because I saw him going up the ramp. And it took me a few times of going back and forth to finally figure out he left the ring, came back,
Came
and
back, yeah.
then went to that
Came back
fucking
like the
rant.
fucking Macho Man Randy Savage.
Elizabeth!
No, you
Elizabeth!
sucking mean Gene. I had too many Slim Jims and I couldn't put my punches together.
By the way, Eddie is well saying, this man don't speak no shit. What the fuck was that in the ring afterwards? Because that was a pile of fucking bucket full of shit that he was talking, man. Fuck me. See, the way it is a sort of kind of back, roundabout way for compliment, but he went way off the spectrum what he was trying to fucking maintain. And as Rob says, man, somebody, and it would be a bad look as well if someone's trying to grapple with him and pull the fucking microphone off, because Joshua had a fucking bit back at that. Look at Usyk trying to get the fucking flag back off him, and he's like, no, I'm talking here.
Where was Robert Garcia? You talk about Robert Garcia as a trainer, and like I've watched enough Robert Garcia. Yeah, exactly. Why did he was tight-lipped, man. He was shut the fuck up. I keep saying nothing. I'm not taking the microphone off. Anyway, I won't be back for the fucking DAZN deal. Fuck that. He reminded me of, like, you know, you ever go like to a house party back in the day, and everyone's having a good time until the host of the house party, who's a bit fucking loopy anyway, starts going off on one, and nobody wants to interrupt him. No, let me finish. Listen, it's like this, lads. I fucking love you, right? I love you.
Oh dear, yeah, we might as well cancel it now because AJ is going to win. But we might let's go through the motions anyway and see who else has been offending this week. Starting with Spencer Oliver, he told the dad he's in a WhatsApp group with AJ and was talking tactics with him earlier this week, which didn't bode well until afterwards, when AJ losing his head post-fight has rubbed off on Spencer. Spencer jumped in and reassured him, Andy, you outboxed the best boxer in the world. Spencer, epic speech to Anthony Joshua post-fight. Here's another ring licker.
Absolutely disgraceful. As I said, I tweeted it out as well. I says he's so far up AJ's arsehole he can lick his eyeballs. That's fucking, and that's a guy who's working for a supposed mainstream media outlet, right? And apparently he's getting shit off Americans now for it as well. What? You outboxed the best boxer in the world. What the fuck were you watching, mate? What were you watching? Because again, he just comes across as a cheerleader. It's just brutal to sit and listen to these people, just arse lick them and tell them, look, you won the fight. There's no. Why can you not be honest with the guy? Why just say, look, you lost the fight? If he's not happy about it, then look, mate, I'm sorry, but I'm telling you the truth. At the end of the day, but nah, it just seemed to kind of like, I don't know what that is, mate. It's just like they don't want to lose access. And
just say nothing. He didn't need to be there. Saying
he was ready to. He was ready to fight the Gad on TalkSport. Spencer was, because Gad was like fucking getting his shit off about AJ. Spencer wasn't having it. Listen, I've been talking to him on WhatsApp and he listens to me. Gad.
Put those two in against each other on the KSI undercard this weekend, and I just might buy it.
I don't think you could. You could have Spencer boxing again, to be honest with you.
I enjoyed Fury's comments on IG. Remember, he was slagging off like Matchroom and the Sky Sports relationship. Now I see Eddie's just come out with a comment there recently there as well about Johnny Nelson saying about James Tennyson beating Lomachenko. So it's getting really bitter here now. Like you could see Eddie all week was on the offensive, shall we say? He was a bit emotional as well. I think they must have went in with that kind of mindset, kind of siege mentality. Everybody's against us, that type of thing. Because he was really complaining about the Sky Sports coverage and that as well, wasn't he? So they kind of felt that he was being disrespectful towards AJ.
He needs to shut the fuck up, because nobody could get a mention on Sky that wasn't on Sky when they were there. Like, he needs to shut the fuck up, man. Can't have it both ways. Like,
yep.
Shut the fuck up, you little prick. Brian King has been finding them. They're out there on Twitter. He sent me loads of cut as many as I can, Brian, for you. Chris Lloyd, an absolutely brilliant fight. Congrats to Alexander Usyk. A shout to Angel Fernandez as well for the work he has done with Joshua. He's not a pad man, as he was referred to this week, but a brilliant teacher, and he deserves credit for the work he's done with Joshua, Brian says. Heard him complaining about the promotion of this fight, and this is the only tweet from his own guy. Also, Everything Boxing jumped in afterwards. He says, Anthony Joshua versus Dillian White now should be made for December. Keep AJ active. That definitely does the stadium. Big fight for pay-per-view on DAZN, or get them both separate fights and then put them together.
You just know that the DAZN limb lickers were all put into fucking battle mode last night after the result came in. Right, boys, get to Twitter. You know what you do. It was a close competitive fight. The AJ just narrowly lost, but he's a great human being. great champion, respectful, don't talk no shit. And then they're all out there. Tony Bellew, or Chief Rimlicker Darshan here. Who else was in there? I tell you, the only person that probably came out of there, British-wise, in terms of like sporting people, in terms of boxing, who came out with a wee bit of credit there last time was Fraser Clark. Fraser Clark called it as it is. That was a disgrace. That was his moment to be speaking. I hope Froch called it pretty well as well. So
yeah, Froch was the voice of reason. Things are going wrong.
Yeah, exactly, mate.
Brian King has pulled out a few others here. Aussie and Kiwi muscle cars. AJ won that fight, but judges are human beings and maybe felt they had to give it to Usyk for a happy ending. He's also pulled out the Honourable Charles Mutabari. AJ won this fight by far, but the judges decided to favour the Ukrainian because of what was happening in his country. But more credibility here, Andy. Kevin Mitchell, former correspondent for The Guardian, he's not there anymore. He said Joshua won that by at least a couple of rounds, at least. But he's got to understand it's not all about him. What was Kevin Mitchell watching?
Hold on. Steve, these people do not understand. A happy ending could get you killed in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, as long as your name's no Jamal Khashoggi, basically, aye. Just didn't walk into any fucking Turkish embassies, for example.
Yeah, I don't know if that's even the real Kevin Mitchell. It could. The last laugh could be.
I'm blocked by him. That's the Guardian writer, eh?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. I'm blocked by him on Twitter for some reason. I don't know what I've done to
He has form for these stupid takes, though, doesn't he? Him.
Yeah.
Dominic Henry's told me about him before.
Yeah. Did they not come out with something? Was it Manny Pacquiao against Floyd? Did he not have Manny beating Floyd, for example? Or
Quite
that one
possibly.
totally wrong. I can't
Sure.
mind. There was something that he said previous enemy.
Shout out to him anyway. Let's move on through them. There's quite a few. Here's one from you, Andy. Dysionomics says he put boxing on the map, arguably the biggest star in the sport. What a champ. Anthony Joshua paved the way for Eddie Hearn to become a megastar.
GQ, baby. GQ star. Look, I think like, for example, Carol. When Eddie's going on about, like, say, boxing's back, pay-per-view was back, Anthony Joshua was the main driver behind all that. I thought it was Carol Froch who was the one that was on the pay-per-view. Carol Froch was the pay-per-view star for Eddie Hearn back in the early days, and that his run at Sky. He got really lucky with the George Groves situation in the first fight. Got the pay-per-view back.
Oh, Kessler, yeah. Was the Kessler
fight?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The Froch-Kessler fight was the first fight on pay-per-view since Hay Klitschko.
After Hay...
Yep, it was a complete shitfest. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Harrison.
Hey Harrison,
sorry, aye.
Yeah.
And they said, we're not doing pay-per-view again, and then they needed it for the Kessler-Froch fight because obviously Kessler was quoted as...
No,
so Froch started it all back up. No Joshua.
Yeah, and it's like, he put boxing on... Boxing's been on a map, guys. You know what I mean? It's fucking, you're talking about a fucking...
Over a century.
Boxing. You put it on the map.
Put it on a century, mate.
Fucking hell.
Aye. Flip's sake. Anyway, here he is, the man himself. Don't ever judge a boxer on a post-fight interview, says Tony. He also had a meltdown after Usyk beat the shit out of him. I can't explain to you how much emotion and tiredness are both working against you. I've known AJ a long time, and he's nothing but respectful, honest, and decent to everyone. He'll be back. This is after Bellew put out another. I have nothing but love and respect for this man. Tweet. This is the most one-sided friendship in history, this. Tony loves Joshua to death. I don't think Joshua even knows who he is.
See what I love as well about Joshua, he makes time for the fans, all that type of thing. See, apart from in between fights, you never hear from him. The only time you hear from Joshua is like building up for a fight or post fight. That's it. You never hear him. I'm not saying he doesn't do anything with that, but I'm just saying I've never heard much from him, actually, to be honest with you. So.
Oh, Des is correct. You were right, Andy. Hey, Vlad was the last pay-per-view.
I knew it was that.
Yeah, no, you're right. I jumped in there, but I was breaking up. It was because the big toll gate put an end to pay-per-view, didn't it?
Yep.
That's right. There we go. Thanks, Des. What else have we got here on the list? Talking to lists, here's a man who should be on the list. Gareth A. Davis is coming in with Holyfield. If a look could ever sum up a situation.
It's like, who the fuck are you, man? Fucking Bono tribute act or something.
How good would a guy singing a cover
you do have something needs to do this to the Gad. Go up to him, ask for an autograph, right, and get him to sign it. So see when he signs it, right, get the paper back off him, look at it, and then say to your mates, you're right enough, guys, it's no fucking Bono after all, and fucking throw it away and walk away.
I like your Father Ted with Bob Geldof. Father Jack.
What's him
Gets
all right?
himself all right. Yeah. Oh, I love the guy. Billy Boxing's nominated Adam Cattrall. Here's another one. For many, Lloyd Honeyghan beating Don Curry in 1986 is the best victory by a British boxer on foreign soil. A win for AJ tonight enters that conversation. That's the magnitude of the task ahead. Hashtag using Joshua too.
Wow. Where's his fucking sidekick by the way these days? Or his side piece? The
Oh,
Scouser.
the one who looks like Smigger.
Aye. Where's he these days, man?
I can't remember. Not sure.
Aye. Lloyd
Not sure.
Honeyghan. I mean, that was a great win. Top win, actually, but one of the best victories.
Completely unexpected, yeah?
Yeah.
Brian King had a good one about the Smith family last night on Twitter, by the way. I can't remember it now, but it was fucking class.
Thanks for that, Rob. And then,
But you said he looked like Smigger. I thought you said you were all right, Spider.
I'm really messing. Deontay Wilder. It was great to see my brother Luis Ortiz at his media workout. I wish you the best of luck in your fight with Andy Ruiz. Isaac YLO jumped in. 2 bums.
2 bombs everywhere.
2 bums. This is to the bombs. Well done, Isaac. Oh, he's doing a great job.
Why, that picture kind of looks like Deontay Wilder spending time with blind seniors.
with his old man. Oh, there's Deontay. He's looking well. Looking in good shape.
Yeah, you seen the state of his legs, though, man. Still fucking stick thin.
Exactly, little sparrow legs. Joe Kennedy's nominated this one. Rick Milligan, who actually put a good one in about Teofimo Lopez, which I completely forgot to cut. I'll have to do that next week.
Actually. Oh, that was good one.
Yeah, I completely
That's
forgot.
what got him in this hot water, I think, in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. Alan Dawson says, Rick, you partnered with MTK and you're trying to talk to me about credibility. Rick says, again, elementary school journalism, never partnered at all. Dealt with Bob Yalen on media deals and sponsors for a few guys, who was and is an incredible person. Your hope was that I was while you were fishing. That's why you're a D-level journalist. If that is partnering, okay. Previous work from Rick. Looking forward to working with MTK Global on and I'm excited about all the possibilities to make him a star and maximise his earnings and likeness worldwide in the years to come.
There's always a tweet. There's always a tweet, man. Great bunch of lads. I tell you what, though, there's no one of them getting paid these days for what we can see.
No,
apart from Matthew Sanction Macklin.
Mr. Teflon, you're still there on your screens every week. Brian King's nominated Addy Oladipo. Yeah, he talks shit every week.
He came out with one of the best comments I'd heard. Actually, one of the bullshit ones. He says, "I've done my research. Music can be hit." Holy fuck, man! Stop the press. It's a
Is that
fight.
what he said?
Aye, stop the press, man. It's a fucking fight. The guy gets hit. Oh my god, man. Hey.
He's been hit, you know. Yeah.
It's a fucking boxing match against 2 well-conditioned, trained athletes who are trained to throw fucking punches. I'm up at. Jesus Christ.
Shit, there's Addy, Wade, whatever you call him. The next one here, Smigger's Titties, the Gad. The Gad was doing a lot of talking over the week in Saudi Arabia. He said Joshua might retire. Gareth Davis on Usyk rematch and Fury retiring. Then the next day, why would Joshua retire? Gareth A. Davis breaks down Usyk AJ2 and Fury.
I think he just goes with the wind, I think. He just sees why the fucking fart smell's gone and it was fucking folly it somewhere, you know.
You do just know that the next thing Joshua does is going to be weird as shit. It's like he's going to be like, I'm going to enter the Isle of Man motorcycle race this year.
A lot of these mainstream guys that get paid to go to the events, they're really just fucking living the hustle, aren't they? Like, they want to go to the fucking event. They're going to say anything. You had Tim Bradley last night, who would obviously listen to just other people saying that Usyk could come in heavier, and he's given his post-fight breakdown saying, I think it was a mistake, Usyk coming in so much heavier. I mean, it looked different. Last night came in a half a pound heavier than the fucking first fight. But he hadn't got that memo.
Yeah, and Josh was 4 pounds heavier. Meanwhile, Spencer Oliver, can believe it, was on TalkSport talking up the Saudi hospitality. Oh, shit, that's going to go down amazingly well.
He did serve up some amazing moments. Like, you got Smith, you got Bean looking at the 2 boys with the Ukraine flag around him, and you know, like, he was just short of saying, "Here I am in Saudi Arabia with Matthew Macklin, who's been sanctioned by the US government for his affiliation with a drug carteller. But isn't that wonderful? 2 fighters draped in the Ukrainian flag."
See, I remember as well. I can remember was Gardner one of the guys who was like, say, like very, very vocal about the first AJ fight being in Saudi Arabia that's morally wrong and all that type of stuff. So if it's morally wrong, why the fuck are you even out there? Why is he there?
Bunsey, Andy. It was Bunsey, wasn't it? He was the main one.
Oh, was it Bunsey? I
Yeah.
seen him ringside last night. He was cheering every time fucking Joshua landed a
Yeah,
shot.
Barry
I noticed,
McGuigan
so-
called him out on that, didn't they?
There is. So was he there
Mhm.
working or was he there as an unofficial capacity? But see, if he's not working, then that's fine. But if he's working, that's no right at all. Actually, he should be fucking
Mhm.
more professional, as Eddie says.
Working on the job here, just to bring you the best content. I've managed to cut this just in time. There it was. Rick Mirrigan sent this scene after Arnold Barboza fights Lopez. Caption this.
And I guess the shite bag deleted it. Fucking double down, man. Triple down. Don't fucking back down.
Yeah, back out with the video footage of Tiafimo doing that shovel motion.
See, the thing is, though, you can imagine his dad actually doing that, photobombing fucking young Tiafimo lying in his coffin like that, you know?
Oh dear. Yeah, doing the Fortnite jump into the coffin.
Oh,
Spaceman.
yes. Yes, I'm glad you got this, man.
Eubank Senior on Masterchef wearing a tweed jacket to cook in. Pisser. Sheriff's badge as well.
Mate, I said these last week when I can't remember if it was on the DM or on WhatsApp. I said, guys, turn on Masterchef right now. You got fucking dickhead here. I've actually got a video of him actually. He's actually mixing up something in the pot and then he goes to taste it. Next minute he's fucking shadow boxing and all that thing. He's got the whole fucking place up the Raptors. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Who's that with him like a Poundland Lou DiBella?
That's it. That's one of the hosts, mate.
Can that fella with the fucking camera and just make Eubank the host of MasterChef going forward? That's what they need to do.
Please see if you can try and cut that. I just posted the link in the chat. It's literally an 8-second clip if you can manage it. It just shows you what I was talking about there. Honestly, fucking Christ, man, what a man he is. Also, I love that.
None of what he's doing actually makes it makes no sense. It's like he wakes up every day like a Mr. Potato Head and just starts putting fucking shit in holes.
It's Eubank, Matty.
You wonder why his son's so fucked up.
Yeah, but I think that's why he's got the tweed jacket on. He's even got cufflinks. He's got the cufflinks in the fucking shirt sleeves. He's got the fucking jacket buttoned up. He's got the sheriff's badge on. Oh, cooking food.
The man looks like his own trailer, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, Ronnie Davis.
Ronnie Davis. Yeah.
That's one of the hosts for MasterChef, I believe. I couldn't believe it. I turned around last week. Ozzy's like mouthing off about fucking Eubank. I turned around at the telly, the ice watch, and said, "There's fucking Eubank fucking cooking on the telly there." I'm shouting out to you guys. None of you fucking responded, so I'm assuming he's missed it. Eh?
Oh,
I just thought you were gone mad. He's like, "Turn on MasterChef." I was like, "What's wrong with him?"
In the wrong group.
It's like, I know he'll watch any fucking card, but I'm MasterChef.
Right, let's see what else we've got here. As I upload that clip, we should have it very shortly for you. Here's people who don't need MasterChef. Christopher Lovejoy, and he's got 7 shirtless men calling my name. Can't wait to hit the UK again.
That's
Like
why
a
no one can get
tornado.
the fucking money from Don King, by the way. He's after getting this, obviously.
Is that big fucking Johnny's dad, by the way?
Fisher and all them were calling him out.
Oh,
from
mate,
the
can you
pool.
imagine I'm surprised the board didn't jump out the pool when he dived in it, man. Fucking hell. Did you get his Chinese order during the week there? Fuck, Jesus.
Is he a boxer or a prostitute? Like, what? He's got 7 fat shirtless men drawing his direction somewhere. Like, they got money or something. What's the fucking story here?
Big John Fisher, man. He's the new Big John Fury.
Sugar diabetes, the new Welsh heavyweight.
Huh? His tits float.
So I was going to say a pair of floaters.
I didn't get this cut in time, Andy, but I'm sure you saw it on Timbox AO. IFL tried to rip it off as well.
mate.
So debutant Boniface Chabuda against Samson Itimaya. There wasn't much itting going on anyway. Your man leans forward and just takes a dive.
Just takes a dive, mate, and then gets up and somehow swan dives again across the fucking to the other corner. What a shit face! So fucking embarrassing.
Oh,
So
look
go
at
to
his
Tim
shorts
Box
too.
Heroes Twitter account to see that one. That was absolutely disgraceful, mate.
Your man's 0-6. I'd love to see the other 0-5.
Shout out to the boys. Danny Garcia, nominated by Dominic Henry. Swift Garcia says, Baby Garcia, born on the 18th of August, 2022. I posted the baby's name and live footage of the birth on my OnlyFans link in the bio.
Jesus Christ.
The fuck want to watch that?
Imagine that fucking mess, man.
Probably some of our listeners.
I can imagine Ricky Ricky Gravel will be on there fucking shortly. You want
I'm
to be that?
surprised he hasn't fucking WhatsApp that in already.
Like,
Cutting it and tweeting it. Yeah.
Oh, give him time, mate. Tomorrow's just around the corner. Don't you worry about that.
If
What do you
it was
think,
from our
Matty?
if it was from our generation, he'd have lightning crashes by Live in the background.
I think Ricky was editing it and he was like, "Oh, the baby lived." No, I'm not saying that out.
Hope she didn't need stitches, by the way. Fucking hell.
Joseph Ajao, he says, in fairness, Alexander Usyk and Anthony Joshua must do drugs tests before the bout and after. Usyk's sudden weight gain is a concern, but I put this in for the photo.
But me ounces to fucking weight heavier than fucking next fight. Fuck me.
Some man to be talking about investigating fucking weight gain there, isn't he?
Exactly. I guess that was a narrative they're all pushing to Eddie, Fraser Clark, other people that's, oh, he's looking massive, he's looking jacked up. But you need to remember, was he taking some of these pictures after he just worked out where he's looking pretty swole? You know what I'm saying? So, fucking, then he weighs in like literally like less than half a pound than what he was in the last fight. Fucking ages heavier. Fucking Christ.
The good doctor Joseph Ajao is clearly not a cardiologist.
Mate, he probably bought his PhD off the internet, fuck's sake.
Aye, the University of Aruba.
Aye.
It's the
Probably got a
cardiologist
Nigerian
that be the
passport, you know?
fatties. It is the cardiologist to be the fat ones. Like, Mr. Kelly, you need to cut down on these bacon rolls. It's like, well, get out what the fuck you're doing. I don't think so. I think this is something. I'm going to write this one out.
Oh dear. Yeah, Liam Wynn, a Bellew of the week for Ben Whittaker, having Justin Timberlake in his corner team. There was...
He fucking looks just like him.
He does. He just needs a wee bit kind of thicker beard that sets it all off for him. I've dreamed of this
He
with a
looks
little
like
boy, you know.
like a mix between Timberlake and that fucking American guy who's in every fucking shit fucking sitcom ever. You know the guy I'm talking about? I don't know his name. But
Oh, I know what you mean. Yes. Don't know what his name is. BBB's weighing in literally on Joseph Ajao. He says PhD, pretty heavy diet.
Aye, of bullshit. Master Steve Wellings, Mr. Wellington.
Mr. Wellington. I play that up though. I call myself Wellington to him, you see.
You're just mocking afflicted do you?
Like Joseph, it's Wellington here.
He's putting a bit of beef in the okra soup anyway, but it looks of it.
Oh, dearie me.
Ricky Gravel sent this in, AJ Gandhi. He says, I don't know what's going on in Ukraine, but it's not nice. Mahatma Joshua.
Mahatma Joshua. I want to say, if they spent a 10-minute monologue telling Vladimir Putin to pull the troops back, tell the British government to get their fucking shit in order, get the fucking energy bill sorted out, get the inflation in order, but no, we didn't get any of that shit. Not at all, mate. You go Ukraine, lovely country, never been there, but I don't know what's happening there, but it's fucking just.
But the Lomachenko thing, we mentioned this at the top of the show. He's on about, I know that something was going down or whatever when Lomachenko fought in the rematch against Orlando. What was he talking about?
I think. When did Loma fight Salido? Was it 2014? If it was, then that's when the Russians invaded.
The Orange Revolution, or whatever.
No, that was during the Klitschko reign, mate. That was the Vitali fight. That's when Vitali wore that orange thing against Danny Williams.
Yes.
I think with the Loma situation he was referring to was when they took Crimea, the Russians, because that's where Loma and Usyk are originally from, that area, Crimea, So.
Right. AJ's on something with his politics.
AJ on the energy crisis when they're telling you, he's like, I can't do that. I'm not fucking 14 stone. Heavy.
I'm 18 stone. I'm a new breed of heavyweight. Fucking hell.
Oh, poor AJ, he's had it rough. Here's one from you, Rob. You've nominated Eric Kelly, lecturing society on the importance of bees while posting pictures of a wasp. You've nominated Mr. Kelly before. Mr. Kelly, who is this Eric Kelly again?
Eric AK, he's an ex-amateur boxer for the American Olympic squad, I'm sure.
Oh, was he? Right?
Aye.
Rob stuck this in. I know Rob's nominated Eric Kelly before for boxing-related
events.
Yeah,
he's got some... Yeah, he's a headbanger. He's a former amateur star. He got hit with a pro cue and his eye, lost vision in his eye, so he had to give up as a pro, and he kind of came to light training Wall Street guys and making fun of them, calling them miscreants and everything when they were in the gym.
OTG podcast with Paddy Cronin and that.
Yeah, but his views on the sport like are wild. He has some wild takes. But he's one of these guys that believes like if you haven't laced up the gloves, that you've no time. Like he's often told me, I don't know what I'm talking about now. While he's fucking. But yeah, he put up this picture about bees. I can't quite make it out. Was it how many bees did I see this summer? I was sitting outside in the middle of blah 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 and bees, and they're all important to agriculture. Meanwhile, he posts up a picture of a wasp. So someone put under the comment that said, "That's a wasp, BK," and he was like, "Yes, but still, bees are important."
That pool cue must have done more damage than you thought.
CTE, man.
I'm surprised that there's many wasps in Ireland at all.
Yeah.
Fair for you.
Good one, Addy. I got that one.
I don't see many white Anglo-Saxon Protestants in that part of the area that Rob's fair, like, to be honest with you. So
You could see anything down here. Let me tell you.
See, Rob, this time Andy explained the joke.
No, I got it, dude. I got it. I know.
He knows what I'm talking about.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Talking about good former jokes, Andy BBB says, was the Crimea conflict in 2014? Rumour has it Ricky Hatton would have got involved and scared of insult. You'll never live that one down, Andy, though. That is the GOAT moment.
I never said that.
I know I explained it the wrong way because I'm not going to go back into it again. Right?
You would pay to have sex with Ricky.
I had read an article basically the week before it, and there was like, you know how you get all these hazing situations in the army, for example.
Yeah.
Well, apparently in Russia, the seniors actually like got hold of the new bucks and fucking sell them out into like sexual slavery or in war zones, for example, that type of thing. And I tried to explain it in a certain way, and it just didn't come across fucking right enough. So I kind of fucking say, I just need to own it. I just need to own it, mate. That's all I was going to do.
I never said that. I never fucking said that.
Best moment ever, man. A BBB says St. Patrick chased all the wasps away.
There's still a few kicking about.
Oh, good stuff. Right, what else have we got? We've got the video here. We're delivering again. Here's Chris Eubank. Andy sent it in. Let's get it played. Nope.
Ooh, with the punches.
Just pure gold, man.
Need to get that on the zone to get the fucking subscribers up. Need that on the zone to get the fucking
probably why he's
on Masterchef. That's the way to go.
Probably why he's had so many unsuccessful relationships. Like you feed him food and he just starts throwing punches.
One of the best stories I can remember reading about Eubank, I'm not surprised she divorced him, but he came home late this night. He was married at the time, right? He woke up at 2 or 3 in the morning, woke his wife up, insisting that she stay awake and listen to him reading her poetry. He deserved to get divorced. He deserved to get fucking drop kicked out the fucking window, actually, the fucking third fucking floor, possibly as well for that.
Yeah, but fucking women, you can never keep him happy. You know who fucking. You know what I mean? He's fucking staying up late at night reading your poetry. What more do you want? You fucking selfish cow.
Rob has experienced similar, clearly, because 3 o'clock in the morning he's probably been reading his rhymes and gotten a similar reaction. I think you experienced the same hurt, haven't you, Rob? Who hurt you, Rob? Who hurt you?
I never took too many clean shots, I have to say.
Good man. Andy, you have actually inadvertently led me on to our final Boy of the Week nomination here. Anthony Joshua said, ready, powered by Bulk Official, and Aussie greatness. This was Sam brought this to my attention. She says, Anthony Joshua. And then she proceeded to write a poem. Born in the month of Kings, built like a gladiator, he's standing tall. Under the choking heat, he is running. Every drop of sweat from his body is oozing. Victory is mine. I am with Bride of the Red Sea. I have come to make her mine, taking all her glory with me. I have come to be king again. On the battle rage of the Red Sea, my rage will be felt. I will be ruthless. I've tasted love. I've tasted warmth. As a unifier, not now, I failed to hold on to her, my heart. I failed my love, my arrogance. She went on to say later, just like Christ, I shall finish my battle in victory. I shall not die, but live to celebrate my wins and praise God for my victory. I am Anthony Joshua. I've come for my bride, for my crown, for my victory. I have come to take her home. I'm not sure how that went, but a nice poem all the same.
Rides the arse off her in the end of it, I think, on the second page.
I'm getting Mourinho vibes here, mate. I'm in very big trouble. I ain't saying shit. No joking.
Aussie greatness, not our Aussie anyway. Any absolute disgrace or chippy tits into that second stanza.
Sounds like something somebody writes under fucking one of Ebony Bridges is fucking bikini pics, stomach.
Oh dear me, that is all the ones I have got. Well, I tell you what, I could have had many, many more we got sent in, but those are all the ones I could cope with, Andy. You've sent me plenty as well. I've tried my best. Is there any more?
I know. Well, Eddie Hearn, obviously, for multiple offences. Firstly for that suit. I know the suit probably cost like a couple of grand, maybe even more. But it was ill-fitting, looked cheap. Looked like you just got it off the rack at Matalan, to be fair. So that suit was pretty awful. I'm going to put Broner in here, purely because he was in the club after pulling out the fight. But I'm going to want to take it easy on Broner a wee bit in that, because it's the first time he's pulled out anything, especially when you've got his fucking platoon of kids that he's got and that. So he's learning. He's learning the life. That's the good thing about it. And what else we got? Eddie Hearn again, possibly. There's got to be other ones. The judge, what's his name? Cheatham.
Glenn Feldman.
Glenn Feldman. Shout out to Rob Tebber for putting it on him. Oh, aye, Glenn Feldman, the little fucking weasel, shat it. Hid behind his little fucking mate, trying to get us little people to understand how to score a fucking fight. Disgraceful. That's what they need to be fronting these judges and that, fucking calling him out for his bollocks, because just sad to see him just hide behind. Just take some fucking responsibility for your fucking actions, mate. That's what you got to do. But you never done it. Hid behind his wee fucking pal. Got to keep the gravy train going. And what else we got? Just use Joshua for dumping the belts. Belts that weren't his. That whole shebang. So yeah, mate. That's the only one winner for me this week. It's unanimous decision. There wasn't a split decision like last night. AJ, Femi.
Yeah.
He is Bellew the week winner for me.
Jason Chucker, who jumped in the chat, he says, I feel for Femi, Matty. His people's dem abandoned him. Wise words from Jason, I think.
Very much so. Very much so. I think that many people would agree with them. Isaac Lowe among them.
Have you got any nominations for Bellew of the Week?
Yeah, I think you got to go Adrian Broner and his bullshit, getting in the club after he canceled the fight. The scorecards that came in that Santion fight were absolutely awful. And I think those two probably. Maybe there was one more that I thought that when we were discussing stuff early on, but it's probably just Anthony Joshua related, and that's just its own hodgepodge of epic proportions.
It could be anything. Rob, you've thrown in Eric Kelly. Anything else before we get to the conclusion?
Oh, you hear me now?
Yeah, go on.
You hear me?
Yeah.
McGregor had.
Aye.
McGregor had a. Yeah, he had a go at Frotch. I don't know. Frotch must have made a disparaging remark about him on the Sky broadcast. That Frotch, thick little scrawny pencil neck, I'd grab his head and twist it clean off with a oneer out me bare hands, little Wally, and I'll slap you around, you little toffee nose tosspa. So that was good. Like, Frost responded. I think he said, "I'll show you how the big boys do it." Beard, and they're going to have a push and a pull on the cobbles. The two. So, McGregor's good value. Like, I'd say he's good crack to hang out with if you just got him talking shit about people. Like, he's funny on Twitter anyway. But that was a good one. So
Simon Jordan as well for calling out the Hearns.
Yeah, telling Eddie to wind his neck in. That was good. Wind your neck in. Don't be lecturing us on fucking the morality of fucking holding fights in Saudi Arabia just because you're earning a shit ton of money out of it. So good man, Simon Jordan, for being the voice of fucking good work in the mainstream. I'm like on fucking Tibbsy there, aren't I?
There was a good point in there somewhere.
Yeah, and there was the one for Ebony Bridges. He took a picture with Kell Brook and said, "What would the babies look like?" Dad was fucking raging when he seen that picture, like, and then everyone was giving her stick online because they were thinking, like, you know, what would Kell Brook's wife or fella think about all this? And
you fucking shit house.
She said they broke up a year ago, so mind your own business and all. And then wasn't she there on the night of this fight and all that? And she's like, so she's implying that there's some kind of relationship between Ebony Bridges and Kell Brook, Babby. And so, you know, maybe he's fucking I'm not going to say what I think he could be doing, but he's, good luck to the two of them. There'll be a boxing power couple. It'll be a good reality show down the line. So I hope they can get that bread together in a genuine relationship.
I wonder
if Ebony could get Kel to rise like the Phoenix, mate. What do you think?
Yeah.
Then I've got the Phoenix. You know the Phoenix.
Guys, I don't know about you, but I just consider myself a pure romantic, and I see this beautiful ceremony in Australia, Father Dave officiating. Why can't we make this happen?
Mate, I'm guaranteeing. I bet the gad's hiding in her fucking wardrobe at the 92 get it on by the surprise.
Well,
I want the
just
two
further
of them
proof.
to have. I want the two of them to have a fucking reality show together where they document their love and Gad is the narrator. I want to pitch this right now after Eubank on Masterchef.
As much as Gad thought that he had a chance, this just goes to prove that a financially stable and good-looking, well-trained athlete will more often than not get a woman before somebody who looks like a human manifestation of a troll doll.
Oh, that's terrible, Matty. Poor respect to boxing individuals. That's
what about chicks? What about that's putting the fucking integrity of chicks with dig in the gutter, man?
Yeah, you're gonna get cancelled.
Saying that Gad looks like a troll doll.
Right. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother reading about
Sorry, mate. Can you imagine that flight back from Saudi Arabia to fucking Britain once it gets out of Saudi Arabian airspace? Fucking barmaid, fucking 16 pints down here, please. Fucking cunts will be coming off that plane, man, swaggering like fuck. They were playing tag with the walls trying to get through fucking passport control. Fucking hell.
You can now get alcohol laws waived in certain circumstances.
Oh, I bet you can.
And shit. Yeah.
If you've got enough cash, I can imagine.
Yeah, Mohammed bin Salman. It's a complicated discussion for another podcast, different show probably.
Different show. Yeah, I'm not going to go through them all, Andy. I think we all know where this is heading. Who's your nomination? Who are you going for?
Oh, mate, I think I've got to go for the only man possible. I think Eddie Hearn. No, of course not. Anthony Joshua, man. That's just fucking. This is. It wasn't your moment, dude. It was not your moment. Say nothing or walk away. And to touch a man's fucking hardware as well and dump it out of the side like a fucking some petulant child. You know, I meant to let my kids see you, be a role model, but acting like that. No, you're okay, mate.
It's one for Joshua. Matty, who are you going for? Matty?
Steve, as much as I'd like to go for Joshua,
come off it,
man. He seems a little bit unstable, and you also have to give him a little bit of credit for giving us, both the boxing history and world history lesson, all in that short 3-minute span of time. Which can you really put a price on that? So I'm going to go with Adrian Broner and him avoiding getting a paycheck in exchange for protecting his mental health by going to the club and getting drunk and filling up some titties.
Well, you know what, Rob? Imagine putting in all that unrivaled work and not getting Bellew of the week after a weekend like that. It's got to be AJ for me.
Well, this is a fucking similar split decision, isn't it, to last night? Somehow you're finding 7 rounds for Broner here, and they're just not there.
It's more like I think he's unhinged, and I'm officially done picking him while he's down. I'm pulling the plug right now.
I agree. I would preface it with that. I hope he's okay, but it's whether you believe that was a petulant and arrogant display, or a mental breakdown, or a kind of him feeling the pressure. So whatever way you lie on it, but him storming the ring like Vince McMahon to grab the microphone while Bean is trying to spin it like it's some positive good words from Joshua there. Oh, he's gone a little too far now, Matthew.
Legs are shaky. You should have won the ring. Kill the music. Kill the music.
Oh
Fucking
yeah,
hell,
it's
man.
just fucking brilliant. So yeah, absolute goal from AJ. Like Bellew of the year, really. Like it's going to take some topping. Like we'll never forget.
Absolutely. Well said.
Rage on the
Congratulations.
Red Sea right enough, eh?
Rage on the Red Sea. Royd Rage on the Red Sea. Congratulations.
Raging on the Red Sea. Raging for man. What are you fucking attacking old men for?
But the thing is, though,
Raging,
Rob, we're bathing
Oh,
in them,
even
in
it.
them tears, baby. We're bathing in them tears.
Yeah. Congratulations to Anthony Joshua. You're on the Bellew Week for episode 488. Come on, Matt.
Did you guys catch that one fight? I'm trying to think who he was, but he was talking about how his mother told him he had to think of the fight like he was the pilot of a plane and he just had to bring it in for the landing.
Who said that?
I can't remember, but it was on the fucking Saudi card. I can't remember. I swear to God it happened, though. Maybe I imagined it like Andy imagined a fight that didn't happen.
Gonzalez Rodriguez.
Well, speaking of your imagination, fucking Dillian White's phones after been hopping today, isn't it? That second fight that you imagined you saw was going to happen.
I know.
You spoken into existence, man.
So it turns out, Rob, that I'm not. There's not a problem with my memory. It's just that I am a prophet.
It's backwards.
Hey, talking about profits, by the way. Eddie Hearn better start getting some profits for his own time tune, by the way.
He's in
Right.
it.
Let's get back to burning Eddie Hearn. Back to what
Yes.
Good man.
Let's go over time
Good
here, mate.
man,
Let's go over
AJ.
time. Doesn't speak shit, Eddie, does he?